What's up, everybody? This is Matt DeMarinis from White and Blue Review. Here with another episode of Creighton Commentary. Uh, Tonight we've got the Big East tournament from 2017, the semifinal game where Creighton takes on Xavier. There's Marcus Foster getting some putts in, pregame putts in. Tonight on the episode we've got Tyler Clement, Kyrie Thomas, and Marcus Foster joining me to kind of relive this one and kind of break it down in certain ways, and then obviously we'll talk about the season itself at some points and whatnot. So first of all, I guess, fellas, thank you for joining me tonight. I hope everybody's doing well.
Yeah, no problem.
Doing good, no problem. I always enjoy doing stuff like this.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
I see TC's got that KC Chiefs logo in the background. Congratulations on your Super Bowl title that you probably didn't think you'd see in your lifetime.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd see it. Now I'm pretty excited about it. We're feeling pretty good. Actually, check out this.
Where do you think the mismatch is for you guys?
We got some Mahomes Magic Crunch here.
Oh my God!
My homeboy.
So yeah, we're Kansas City had a good start to 2020. We got that at least going for us. So the Rona hit, but yeah, it was pretty awesome.
So with Brady off to like with the dynasty done in New England, are you basically starting to dream about like Mahomes running the next decade like Brady did, basically?
I'm hoping so. Yeah, we need a couple more Super Bowls now. Those were a lot of fun to celebrate.
You got to pay that boy soon, though. That doesn't always lead to wins.
Yeah, he's about to get a lot of money, but I don't know. It's pretty exciting.
For sure. Kyrie, how you doing? How's your family and everything?
Everybody good, man. Just chilling back in Omaha, getting a little bit of workout in. And that's really it right now. I'm trying to go back to Michigan, but I mean, Michigan's pretty bad, so they kind of just keeping us away from there until everybody can kind of stay in their home state. That's that.
Yeah. Marcus, what about you? Where are you at right now?
I'm in Kansas City. That's where my wife is from. So we're back here visiting her family. We were in Texas a few weeks ago. Now we're just trying to see everybody. I've been gone for about 8 months now. So it's good to see everybody again. It sucks at the time we're in, but it's good to see everybody.
How's the little girl doing?
She's doing good. She might become a hooper. She's pretty tall right now.
Really?
I'm crossing my fingers, hoping.
That's good, man. I'm glad to see you're back in the States too. That was when they started shutting everything down, it was kind of concerned that some of these people overseas, some of these athletes wouldn't be able to get home to see their families and everything. So I'm glad you got home.
Yeah, there was definitely a week I wasn't sure if I was going to make it out. So I caught it right just in time before they cut everything off.
Nice. Good to hear. Glad you guys are all doing well. This should be pretty fun. I've recorded a handful. Yeah, I recorded it. Oh, me?
Yes, you.
Yeah, I'm just, hanging out, doing stuff around the house. Very boring life, but safe and sound, so can't complain. Yeah, I've recorded a handful of these so far, and they've been pretty fun, so hopefully we can cut it loose and enjoy it a little bit, and maybe you guys can have some fun looking back at one of your I think it's one of the most fun games I covered for you guys. I don't know how much you guys have thought about this game at all, but where does it rank in terms of maybe some of your favorite memories of your guys' career?
For me, I would say like team-wise, it's probably my second favorite game.
Okay.
Just because how we were going back and forth. Of course that Villanova game when we beat them at home, that was my all-time favorite game. But playing in Madison Square Garden against Xavier, who was a contender, who was supposed to be a contender that year, it was an amazing game.
Yeah.
TC.
For me, it's probably my favorite. The whole week was kind of my favorite, more so than just this game. But this game was obviously the last one we won. But it was just a lot of fun being in New York. Like my family was there, and just celebrating this win, playing in the championship game the next day. The whole week was just a lot of fun. Like Marcus said, Madison Square Garden. It's hard to beat that. This was obviously a fun game.
Kyrie.
I'd probably say second or third. It's out of first one, like Marcus said, probably the Villanova win at home, and then probably It's out of this one and the Wisconsin win, but I feel like this one probably tops it all though, because it's the Big East tournament, you know.
Yeah. That Wisconsin one was lit though too. That was like your guys' first like real game together, I think, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we like took off after that game.
Yeah.
What was Xavier like to play against? They had JP and Trayvon, and I think
They were annoying.
Tyreek Jones was coming off the bench. He turned into a beast. Like, what were they? What was this squad like to play against and match up with?
If I remember right, they were like struggling coming into the tournament.
Yep.
And then they ended up making like the Elite Eight or something.
Yeah.
And so like they were good though. I mean, like Marcus mentioned, they were supposed to be a contender, and then they were like struggling, and then they hit their stride at the right time. And I mean, obviously, I think Blewett and Makura, I mean, they were pretty similar to us in that they were just a lot of guards that could shoot, spread the floor, and we all scouted each other really well. I remember watching like the NCAA tournament. I think they played Arizona in like the 16 or whatever, and I'm like mad because I'm watching Arizona try to defend Xavier, and I'm like, have you guys never watched them play? Like they're just letting them shoot.
I would always remember, because Coach Lutz would have this scout, and I always remember he would come with a booklet of all their plays.
Mm-hmm.
And they had so many plays. They was always just crazy to guard them.
Yeah. I remember watching the NCAA tournament, and like I remember the plays, and I'm watching Xavier like chase them, or not Xavier, watching Arizona chase them. I'm like, you guys didn't even think about scouting this game. That they got beat.
Yeah.
Arizona's like probably one of those teams that's like, we got a bunch of dudes and we're just gonna let them do things.
Yeah. Different teams have different approaches, but yeah, Lutz had Xavier scout down really well.
Yeah, and I think we were excited for this game too, because I remember Maurice, he went down the first time we played him, and we were able to, we was able to get the win. And then I remember they came to Omaha, and they hit Trayvon Blewett hit a clutch 3 to put him up. And I think we were like almost up. I think a couple points, 6 or 4 points, and they came back in the last 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a close game too. So yeah, I mean, we always seem to have pretty good battles with them.
And Chris Mack, he's a great coach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even watching them now, like you were saying, how you remember the plays. I remember watching them this year play Louisville, and I'm just remembering some of the plays that they ran back then that he still runs.
They ran that Dakota look this year. I remember watching a Louisville game.
I remember they running. I think that X2 where they set the back screen with Trayvon Blewett and he popped out for 3. They ran a lot with was it Norway?
It was kind of like our Jazz player or whatever.
Yeah,
like
yep.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Davion did the get out. Remember that?
There was so many personalities on this team.
Man, that's one thing about this team. It was like we all got along and we all had the same goals, and everybody was just trying to win.
Everybody was comedians.
That too.
Everybody had jokes.
Any team that got Kyrie Thomas and Justin Patton on, you laughed the whole season.
No, it was you and Ronnie, then it was TC and Zach, and sometimes we always just going in.
No, it was always you and JP, and then it was TC and Zach.
The circle.
This is before Black Panther too, before Marcus started throwing up the Wakanda Forever thing.
Oh yeah, I remember.
I remember that.
Yeah, everybody was talking to me about that.
My like sophomore year or something, when we did that circle, Gabe Keneally accidentally gave me like the biggest like elbow to the face because Gabe used to get really hyped up there, and so he was doing like push-ups and stuff in the middle, and then like almost knocked me out. That's something I remember about that circle in Madison Square Garden.
The starting lineups brought to you by Jeep Grand Cherokee. Quentin Gooden is a true freshman. He's been running the point for Chris Mack since the injury to Edmund Sumner.
JP Makura.
Bernard Makura and Gaston.
He's one of those dudes that like was the ultimate villain in college basketball at this time. Like, was he But I know it's always different for players. Like fans see the game differently than you guys do. Did he get under your guys' skin at all, or was he just like a fan?
At the end of this game, yeah. But other than that, he was cool. He was always
That's
just
the
sitting on the court.
that's the crazy thing. He goes at everybody's fans, but he always cool on the court. Like I
Yeah.
remember, I think my senior year we were playing Xavier, and I scored like 8 in a row, and he was like, "Man, you killing, good job." I'm like, "Dang, it's weird because how everybody view him and how he really act."
That's what I said. Then I played against him in the G League, and he was just chilling. Like he wasn't doing nothing. I was like, oh, well. At the airport a few times, and he wasn't
Nah,
like
he's
that.
definitely cool.
He could get after the fans though. He was funny as shit. Well, what did he did the Gator? Did he do the Gator chomp against Wisconsin? Right?
I
Because
think so.
I think Florida beat Wisconsin like the year before the NCAA tournament, and then Xavier played them like to start the year, and like they beat them at Wisconsin, and then JP went over to the student section and did the Gator chop like to the student
Oh,
section.
I do remember that. I do remember that.
That was hysterical.
It does. Especially after playing a hard-fought game the night before. It's always going to be a little tight, little tender.
Oh dang! Justin just smashed him on the screen.
That's the first. that was 210, Justin, right
That was
there.
an accident. Yeah, 210, Justin.
Funny is how much bigger he was this year than the year before.
Yeah. Right.
Flair, here go the Flair. Oh, he didn't go there.
Kyrie with those long ass arms.
Crazy.
He got him instead.
Yeah, ooh. Yeah,
He's not even on the scouting report.
Yeah, he wasn't even
I forgot about Bernard, yeah.
Dang, look how skinny Davion is.
I remember what was that twist? What is it? Twist up? We used to always get it, and then everybody started scouting it.
Yeah.
That's a good one, right? Come on, Davion.
Yeah, I think he was running point for them.
Yeah, he couldn't shoot.
Yeah, because what's his name? They had Evan Sumner. I think he tore his knee up this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Q came in for him.
Wasn't he hurt the year before that too? Like a shoulder? No, that might be.
Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah.
I know he broke his hand when he was with the Pacers last year, so.
Really?
Or his wrist or something like that. He fell on it.
Oh, that's a mismatch. Oh my God. Mouse in the house.
He kind of bailed out Gaston with a little jump shot. That time mismatch, don't just settle. Get that big body, long body inside.
Man, looking at it, we both like the teams is really evenly matched.
True.
And we'll stay right here. Coach McBuckets, Greg McDermott on last night's win over Providence. We won a rock fight, but it's that time of year.
Joe Pop in the
I
background.
had to say Joe
Good
Pop.
time.
Do you have your A game, your B game? You adjust, try to find a way to win and advance.
This was the year you guys had to like ramp up the security, right? Because JP was like a lottery pick, and
Yes.
Yeah, we got that one. I don't think he did anything bad.
He was hilarious though. I know that.
yeah.
Look, Coach Mack was mad.
Picked up by Marcus Foster, the Kansas State transfer. Quickly into the front court.
Nice look, Marcus.
Stop out. Cole was hitting this game.
That's one where I know I'm passing the Cole. I know it's going
Yeah.
in.
Remember that? I think it was this season. Remember that game at Butler TC where you like jump stopped in the paint and like kicked it out to? I think you kicked it out to like Marcus or Kyrie, and they one-moored it to Cole.
Yeah, and then it was,
Like as he was about to like catch it, you already were like running back on defense. Like he hadn't
It was
even
good.
and he just nailed it. Like TC knew the whole time. He was just like casually jogging back. He wasn't even trying to rebound.
when Cole got in rhythm, it was good.
Yeah.
Cole shoot the same shot every time.
Remember the year before against Seton Hall in this tournament, he had like 35 or something. He was on
Yeah,
fire.
I remember that.
Isaiah Whitehead Crossman got subbed right out.
I do remember that too.
Turnover.
That game, I think, was also the game where Ronnie was going to go guard Relaford. And so he goes in the game, he's all psyched up, and then he goes in and Relaford like crossed him and almost dunked it. And that's when the missed dunk went to like all the way to half court. You guys remember that? Ronnie came right back out.
And he was like, I did the same thing. He did a stop. I slid a little bit, made it, got subbed right back out.
2 games in mid-February, but he's averaged close to 19 points in 6 games. Had a 40-point game, Jimmy, against Cincinnati.
And he was letting it go. I mean, in a big rivalry game.
So would you say Trayvon Blue is the hardest person to guard this year? In this season?
Probably. The next year was probably Brunson because he was annoying, bro. No, it probably wasn't even Brunson, honestly. It was probably this year, probably Trey.
Yeah, he creates so much space on all his shots.
Quick low release. Yeah.
He's a perimeter player where he's like big and
With that
physical.
little push off, I hated that. I'm like, bro. He was so
Remember you were talking about that game in Omaha where he hit a couple late, and like Kyrie got hit with like 3 moving screens from their big guys.
Oh yeah. Yeah, JP got hot this game.
Yeah, I think him and Blue both had like probably 5, 6 threes.
Yeah, I think all of the star players had good games in this one. That's what makes it such a crazy one. Oh, that was just in and out. Ooh, he is on fire.
He did beat us at home.
Yeah.
I think it was because I think we always yelling at Davion because we was like, Davion, just go under. He kept going over and getting hit with the screen.
Yeah.
He does everything well. The little thing.
Yeah, he's not going to do anything, a lot of things great.
And he throws it away.
That's a Kyrie turnover right there. Wingspan.
Yeah, what was your wingspan at the combine?
They actually gassed it up. It was like usually like at Craig it was like 6'10", and it was like 16 3/4, and it was like 16 and like almost 11. I was like, I'll take it. I need every.
When they throw that 3/4 in there, they're like, oh yeah, that's better.
Like, cool. But like when you there, they stretch your arm out, like they make you like you can't even do it. But a lot of guys was cheating on like the height test, which everybody kept putting like thick insoles in them. That's what I did. I made myself 6'3", like 6'4", and then the dude who kept having to do it was Grayson now, and it was like, all right, this is our last time. Stop standing on your tippy toes. It was mad. I was like, damn. It was like the whole group just watching him, like all the people who like do the tests and stuff. They were watching him and stuff. That stuff was funny. Then what's the big dude from he played for Kansas City? Played for Kansas. I mean, Azubuike or something like that.
Yeah.
No, he did not want to be at the combine. He was like, I'm ready to go, man. I don't even want to be here.
This is one of those years, where the mid-majors are not as strong. So
yeah, I know. That is the combine is tough because they make you stand around and do all that stuff.
Take pictures and stuff. I'm like,
and interviews after you got to do your
the interviews is
stuff.
crazy, bro. The interview was like
the interviews is the most craziest thing. Probably the weirdest one I had was probably with the Utah Jazz. Like it was like non-basketball related.
Yeah, mine was too. The first question they asked me was like Beyonce or Rihanna. I was like,
right? Yeah.
Yeah, Marcus.
Oh, that was y'all to pull up 3.
Yeah.
What's his name? I cannot remember his name.
Omara?
Yeah.
He always plays good defense and never falls for my fake, so I always have to shoot over him every time.
Who? Which number?
Big fella.
Yeah, 54.
They would always switch when they brought him in.
Mm-hmm.
Like they did on that last possession there.
Hansen, his first.
You got to be ready for that quick pass.
Uh-huh.
With that ear, at the hand by the ear.
Yeah.
Guarded by Clement.
Yes, sir. He gonna do a push off.
Yeah.
Shoulder
We
in.
got that play.
Mhm.
Facing each other today. Nakura has hit 2 threes early.
I can't believe he really wasn't shooting that.
Nakura frees himself.
Good one,
He
shooting.
got a little better at shoot, but this year he wasn't even looking to shoot.
Again for 3.
Jeez.
Hits it.
And JP was scorching it
He
earlier.
was.
Pointer yesterday. First time that's happened since
There's TC in now.
Yeah, we're going to make up for it tonight.
he's got
Point God.
Making things happen. Offensive
Oh, I
rebound.
thought Cole was gonna shoot.
My favorite TC.
Oh my lord.
Oh,
Jesus.
damn, I
Oh.
should have scored that.
I know you like a guy like Marcus Foster. And I know you
Hey,
like
Kyrie Taz, what was
No doubt, because he has no fear. Sometimes he may
how much did TC help the offense when he was in on the floor in terms of
when he's down,
Man, I already
guys
knew.
rocking the spot and
I
everything?
knew somebody was getting a layup or I was getting a three because man, he ran it so smoothly, and he knew how to run each play on both sides. So we didn't always have to like, oh, are you going this side? It was just like, all right, TC going, boom. We know he's gonna like pass it right away. Look at open stuff. Not to say no other point guard was, but it was just like, he got more experience. So
Mhm.
I knew the offense was gonna run so way more, like smoothly.
Yeah. And his spacing, he's always spaced out. And, with us, because, people always want to run at us faster, but, they leave TC open. He's usually the wrong person to leave open because,
Mm.
he
Fact, they used to always leave him open.
he practiced open shots all day. I always remember coming in, TC listening to country music as we walking into the gym.
Mhm.
Only time I got to listen to it.
Right.
Locker room never played country music.
We played Big Green Tractor and we adjusted.
We did have the occasional country day when we got Coach Bailey to play in the weight room.
You know what's funny? I had a teammate this year, and he would always play country music, and they would be looking like, how you know this? I'd be like, Tyler Clement.
Did I make that part? Missed it.
Kobe and Zach fighting over the rebound.
Because when you're multifaceted offensively,
What
you're
a
scoring
major
from behind the three, you can drive it. Guys don't want to get beat off the dribble. Excellent footwork by Kyrie Thompson.
I had him in a workout one time. He did that same move like 4 times in a row, one-on-one, and was making all of it.
For a nice little 16-foot jump shot.
He used to put his body like this and do. And I used to be so mad, like, how is
They love that.
He loved the step back going right, which is interesting.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Really
about.
good at it.
All the time.
Yeah.
Go after him. And look at his body. He understood that because he reshaped who he was. And now that's allowed him to be more athletic, but it also provided him more stamina to be able to compete for a longer duration while he's on the court.
And a traveling violation on Bernard. That's his second turnover. 16-9. This is a series that dates back to 19.
This dude's just like, I can't believe I traveled against Toby. It's probably he's like, I know.
The regular season, the last 3 years.
What Joe used to say, like, I'm sure off Toby.
On the 18th floor. Beat Creighton in Omaha, 82.
The wrongest part was when ESPN called him T-shirt Toby.
T-shirt Toby.
Xavier, the night or afternoon that Mo Watson got hurt.
Now Foster on the fade. A break, rebounded by Gooden.
You used to create so much space, bro.
Yeah, but that's all the move I would use my red shirt.
That's all you needed was space. See, that's the stupid step back thing, bro.
Yeah. Yo, Marcus's step back is so quick. He gets so much space creates with that.
You lose a key component. It takes a while for you to adjust.
Like my freshman year, I'm like, James, all right, James, you'll turn the guard. I'm guarding Marcus the whole scrimmage. James like, I'm like, bro.
Yeah, this one I was getting nervous, so I was forcing it.
Really?
Yeah, I felt like the game was slipping away.
Yeah, we kind of started slow here.
You're
Yeah.
gonna
Huh?
stupid step back. I hated that, but he made it so smooth.
Mm-hmm.
The big question, who will join Villanova to play for the Big
You
East
said he was the toughest person you ever had to guard in college?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I had a few tough assignments, man.
That you did.
I hated
Yeah, you did.
bro.
Your first year, I felt bad for you. Because you had a lot your first year.
Well, I was in a lot of foul trouble all the time my freshman year. I had what was it our junior year? My junior from Marquette. Howard and Rousey? Oh my
No, you
goodness.
had to guard Rousey, and that got me with Howard.
It was either one of them was always on fire. I'm like, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the other
Just
dude?
chase on
Hauser.
everything. Chase on everything. I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to chase. You right, Hauser or the taller one?
Yeah, that's Hauser.
Oh, okay.
Well, Howard was the guard, and Hauser was like.
Yeah, this year they had that Reinhardt kid that was like a stretch four type
Oh,
of guy.
I forgot about him.
What number was he?
He let you guys
But he
know.
had the arm sleeve tattoo. Yeah.
Yeah, he was the.
Mhm.
He went off that game.
I think he was like a grad transfer from USC.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I've never beat Marquette.
Never?
Mm-mm. 04.
Yeah.
Wow.
You beat him our freshman year, bro.
I didn't play. I was rich.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. We can count that though. You're on the scout team.
Right. You know, we had the greatest scout team of all time.
Oh my God. Yeah. You, Maurice, JP.
Who else? Marlon. When Marlon wanted to actually play.
Oh yeah.
We had a couple of really good years.
Malik.
Because the year before was like Maurice and Cole.
Mm-hmm.
So then we had, and no, that was James the year before that. Never mind. But yeah, we had some good scout teams.
I remember there was times when James was eligible and he was still on the scout team because he was in the doghouse.
Yeah.
Z Cash in front of Xavier's bench.
This shit was so fast. Me and Washington, when I did an interview with Washington, we talked about Z. I think his dad used to do there or something.
Yeah.
My favorite. Every time I went in NBA interviews. So, how good is Kyrie's defense? Is it really that good?
He said no.
Got an interview with the Spurs. As soon as I walked in, I sat down. It was like, so why did you take over in the tournament? I was like, when we played K-State, I'm like, I don't know. I couldn't say nothing right away. I was just like, I don't know. And like they had a straight face. They had a straight face too.
They be trying to put you on the spot.
They wanted to know for real.
All right, cool.
See how you react.
And
Like, hey, why'd you guys let Mitch Ballock shoot so much back then? Now they're like, oh, we get it.
Right.
Awesome.
As you wanted that push off there.
Bad. That was
I think
he wasn't quicker than me.
I think he might have got you with a little step.
Hey.
Nobody
I
ever
don't
can
know.
Jones had a great game against Creighton in Omaha. He was 8 of 8 from the field.
Look at Justin talking to him too. Look at him talking.
Kyrie Thomas, 19 yesterday.
JP didn't care. He'd let guys know. He was. Yeah, he's telling them too. Look at that.
Talk to him.
Honestly, y'all you're tired to talk.
But you know what's the crazy? A lot of people tell me, they always tell me, it's like Maurice would have never went down. Like, they always say we would have went to the Final Four.
Thanks.
Yeah, we were rolling.
Yeah, you guys were super good.
That Tyreek, he was not that good to me.
Yeah, they got the camera on JP and Tyreek the whole time now. They're going after each other. Oh my God.
They cut down you?
Oh.
Wow.
Told y'all, man.
I talked about it, Gus, spacing on the floor. Once you get in the middle here, where's the help going to come from? Because when you have outstanding shooters,
you remember those times in practice, JP would be talking so much, and Coach Mack would be like, "Shut up, JP. Just shut up."
Shut up.
A 6'9" forward freshman from Slovenia also coming in.
Like your team used to love being physical. It's not a foul, bro.
And an offensive foul on Tyreek Jones. He's
But sometimes you get penalized, and I used to hate this as a bigger, stronger guard. You get penalized because
Lutz used to always be on TV.
Always.
Like, just get out. Just get out.
Teeny would talk back a bunch too.
Always.
He was never wrong.
He was
Always
never
thought he was
wrong.
right. Ooh.
But it was crazy to watch how good Teeny got too.
Mm-hmm.
It was so crazy.
That last year when he came back from the knee injury, he was so good defensively.
Yeah. He was really good at hedging ball screens.
Oh, he could chase dudes out to half court and still get back.
That's the same call. Thank you. I did the same thing.
Got Chris Max all mad.
On the way down, does he pin it against the glass?
Bro, they were so mad he went to the draft. Kaiser Gates.
I was just about to ask you, he's still in the G League?
My rookie year, he was with the Bulls G League team, and then but he wasn't even playing that much. Like they had him playing the 3 or like the 2, and he was shooting, but he made like 1 or 2 threes and played like 4 minutes. He was firing it though, like straight backboard off the glass backboard, like air balls. I'm like, dang.
The NBA 3-point line exposed a lot of people.
A lot.
I was born in 67, Jimmy. I'm old. I'm not that old.
I thought you was born in like 55. I was born in 70, so I don't know.
Young fella. Get old, Jimmy. Just get old.
That's my plan. I plan to get as old as I can. That means I'm still here.
22-16.
I wish I would have ate way better in college.
Inside, Gaston. Good catch again.
How's
And another foul.
Do they give you like plans and stuff?
Yeah, they do. I used to just be so tired in the game. I used to be tired like the first 4 minutes of running.
What's funny is that I went last year. I've done a couple radio games, and so
Of what game?
Creighton radio games. So like last year I went when we played at Butler, and we used to get like Chick-fil-A for the plane. They did Chick-fil-A, but it's all grilled chicken now, so they've gone like healthy. They have a nutritionist and everything.
The new guy, the strength coach, he's amazing.
Yeah, and then your strength coach
Yeah,
too.
he's amazing. He be on it. You go there ain't no bad snacks in the facility. Nothing.
Bro,
No more muffins, no more Chick-fil-A.
me and Justin used to be at what's the one that under Swanson? No, not Swanson.
What is it? Yeah, Swanson.
McGlowan, under McGlowan.
Oh, I know what you're talking about though. It had really good lunch.
Yeah, me and Justin, my auntie knew the lady who worked there, like the head lady, so she used to throw us so much food, like burgers, fries, quesadillas.
So his game is elevated. And think about it this, like Mikal Bridges
Yeah,
and
that's
Villanova,
good
they both
food.
came in with the pedigree of being defensive stoppers. Then their offensive games have now prospered and grown.
Kyrie Thomas also Biggie's Defensive Player of the Year with Mikal Bridges and Josh Hart.
But yo,
Foster for 3.
Oh man, that's the cleanest look you're gonna get all night too.
I hate missing those.
He's got Gates on the wing. Gates lets the jumper go. And an offensive foul on Gaston.
Tech.
His second.
Oh I had Angel Delgado as a teammate this year.
Oh yeah.
Where?
He was in Israel.
Uh-huh.
He was on my team for like a month, so we were talking about like, just the stuff in the Big East. And he used to say I used to hate preparing for us because of how fast we played and stuff. And I was like, we used to hate preparing for you because we used to have to do them dumb box out drills the whole week.
I used to hate that.
Then they brought that hook and hold rule in now. He wouldn't be able to get.
Oh yeah, it would be over for him.
He used to get so many offensive rebounds.
Man,
I was in a draft house with Desi, and he was telling me the same thing. He's like, bro, we hated preparing for y'all. All y'all did was run. I'm like, I don't think we ran that much. We did run, but I'm like, it didn't bother us that much. And then I had King Carrington on the Pistons last year, my rookie year on the summer league team, and he was like, they really didn't like they But I was like, dang, why? They was like, yeah, y'all was winning a lot.
Yeah. He dropped 40 on you too, so you know.
I'd rather
But
take
half of that was like half of that was from at the free throw line though, from getting tagged in foul trouble.
like
I'll
24,
take the last couple points. I'll take those, but
like the last 24.
probably had like 32 on tag.
I was guarding Desi.
I don't know it. I
I
don't
used to
remember.
hate guarding Desi. He was so strong.
He's so
I'm like,
strong.
So we asked Taz, well, who's the toughest guy to guard? Marcus, who's the toughest guy to score on?
What's Diallo from Providence?
Okay.
He has those quick hands, and so it's tough. I always try to get him in transition, but anything in the half court is the hardest place to score on him.
see, how do you make that, bro? Like, it's just like, He was at some of our workouts, like one of the draft things, and he's a hack.
He is that.
He's a hack. He can play one-on-one hacking. I'm like, bro, chill.
He was,
One
yeah,
thing
super
about
physical.
him, he can't guard at all. But he make up for his scoring.
No, he's not. He can't score, bro.
Who?
Are you talking about Diallo and
Or
you're
Diallo.
talking about Fluid?
Oh, I thought we were still talking about Blewett.
No,
Oh,
no.
Diallo? Oh,
Diallo,
yeah.
he can't.
He's like a Draymond of college basketball. At the guard position, though.
he wasn't quick at all.
Like, I remember watching when I was watching him play somebody, and I looked and it said he led the Big East in rebounds.
What?
Yeah.
It's a good jump hook.
Can't guard that, man.
Man, what was your favorite games to cover?
Mine? Of this year's team or like ever?
Ever, I guess. Or when we were there or whatever.
Yeah, when you guys were there. That Villanova one, that overtime game in Omaha, that one was crazy.
You would say
I'd probably say that one because that one was. I just didn't think you guys were gonna win. I don't know. I still don't know how you did. Like nobody, you guys didn't even have a bench that day. Like nobody came off the floor.
The toe infection.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Mitch played 44 minutes for crying out loud. Like as a freshman, like you, Davion, Kyrie.
Jacob at the end.
Yeah.
In, and he played really well for like one of his early games. I mean, Villanova was so good that year that you just had to play like a almost perfect game.
Play perfect.
And we still had to win in overtime.
Offensive foul.
You know, the Big East refs, they were never my friend.
Oh my God.
Especially against Kansas State, bro. Kansas State basically ran like a boxing 1, boxing 2 on you the whole game. I'm like, are they serious? Like one dude, whole goal was just to chase you. He didn't even touch the ball. He was just biting. I'm like, bro.
The whole time.
Yeah.
That game was crazy. I still can't watch that game.
I can't watch it because it's a terrible game.
Horrible.
Yeah, I don't have any interest in that.
Yeah, that's how it's crazy. That's how we used to beat people in K-State.
Yeah, right.
And I turn around and that's how I end my college career.
No, but that Villanova game, because I still don't know how you guys did that.
I thought we was gonna lose because I'm just free throws.
We was down 8.
I was
down 8 with
Was it like 2 or 3 minutes?
Yeah, it was like 3 minutes ago.
Right.
I was trying so hard to get the ball in my hand for the free throws. I was like, I'm too tired. I'm tired.
Who fouled DiVincenzo when you guys were up one, like the final seconds? Marcus, that you?
Yes.
Yeah, that one was like, oh, really? That's how it's gonna happen for real?
And then I remember coming back to the bench and TC was like, well, you picked the right one to foul at least. Because I remember he was like a 40 or 50% free throw shooter.
Left hand jump hook right over the top right there.
How the fuck you make that?
I thought he was gonna make both of them though. Still, just like one of those like, really, that's how we're gonna win, and then you luckily didn't.
So that's how you guys lost to Xavier that year, right? Ronnie got that bogus foul on
Oh,
Q.
Oh.
Remember?
That was terrible
Horrible.
too.
Yeah.
He can ball. I've said it from the beginning when I
The
watched
low
him
cut.
over the course of the year that he was the key to
No
this
facial
team
hair.
because he does so many things
Come on,
very
what?
well.
Taz, you're skinny in this one too. You put on a lot of weight your senior year.
Has picked up.
I was always big, like fat.
Gooden feeds O'Mara. Quick turn off Patton. Dips inside the first
Hmm.
layup. Big fella with the sweet feet.
Twinkle toes on the baseline. Oh, up and under.
O'Mara tricky. He has 4.
I remember a lot Davion freshman year.
Recently.
This dude didn't know none of the plays. I was like, dude, come on. He used to
Ooh,
always be like, in a game, he's
That
like,
was a good shot.
what's this play? What's that play? I'm like, bro, we run the same stuff. Like,
And you the point guard.
that's what I used to say. You the point guard.
Help a brother out.
Inside Gooden left.
He could have pulled me out.
The freshman banks it down. He loves to go left. Mitts the other way.
yeah, you guys aren't lying about Cole. Jesus.
Blocked by O'Mara.
Yeah.
35-29 and an offensive
I think Cole
Oh.
like Cole understood where his shots was gonna come from and
Mhm.
knew when to take them.
Man, he knocked him down though.
Mm-hmm.
2:55 to play in the first half.
Because I know this year was tough on him with his
One
knees.
spot left for
Yeah.
the winner to advance to the tournament championship game to take on the national champions.
Marcus, how many points you think you would score in college if refs gave you half the calls you should have got?
Back in New York City,
I had
Xavier
25.
in the 4th straight Big East tournament.
I should have went at least 6 or 7 times a game.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I'd be cool if they didn't give me the excuse that they gave me. They'd be always like, "Oh, you're too big to get that call," or "You live too much to be able to get that call." So that's why I always hate the excuses for not giving it to me.
I don't know how you can tell anybody that when you're playing the Big East for crying out loud.
Exactly.
It used to be.
Maybe if you were like playing like at like a low major school and there's like a bunch of munchkins around.
It's crazy.
I used to be like, bro, Marcus getting effed up, bro.
Every time.
I was like, dang, bro.
I don't know. I don't know who did. I think John might have did it. But he made like a chart. I think it was my senior year, junior year, like how many the top 5 scorers in the league, and how much time they go. And they were on average went like 7 or 8 times a game, and mine was like 2.3.
Yeah, I remember
seeing that.
I remember Niatawa did do that.
Come here.
Yeah, Marcus, you shot 107 free throws this season. That's ridiculous.
He should
That's
have like
crazy.
107 free throws. That's one. That's like your third. That's like what your third leading scorer should shoot.
Right.
oh, come here. Hey. Wow.
Oh, wow.
No call.
And it's amazing, too, when you've been struggling as a team, you just want to win. I don't care who you play against. And to be able to get those 2 wins, I think confidence-wise, allowed them to come in and beat Butler.
Be living. Be with us.
Mintz, hard push into the front court.
Jesus.
Like, they got-
Offensive foul. Where you saw that yesterday.
Yeah, where you going?
Marcus walked with his hands up there.
1 3, pull it back out.
He's a freshman. With and without Edmund Sumner.
Yeah, that's what TC was talking about when Sumner went down, because they lost like 6 or 7, I think, coming into the Big East tournament, and then they were losing to DePaul at halftime of their like play-in game or whatever, and they came back and won that.
Oh yeah, I think we watched that one.
Yeah, and then they beat Butler to get to you guys.
That's right, because if they would have lost to DePaul, they probably wouldn't have even made the tournament.
Right.
I remember Tim was telling me that like a couple weeks later, because they ended up, Elite 8 or whatever, and Tim's talking to their assistant at halftime of that DePaul game. He's like, well, looks like it's the NIT for us. And they ended up.
No, yeah, they were definitely struggling big time.
We were kind of cold this first half.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I remember because Zach was hurt this game. I don't remember what was hurt, but I remember he was hurt, so he didn't play.
Probably his ankle, because remember, didn't he hurt it in the U.S. Virgin Islands?
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
think he hurt something else, like his toe.
Travel.
Yeah, he was really banged up his last year. Starting with that ankle and the.
When I watched that game, it didn't even look like he twisted, but he did come on. He landed wrong. I was like,
Yeah, his like ankle like touched the ground. It was like he didn't even land on anyone. He just like spun on it.
that's how Toby's was when you watch us for Northwestern. That stuff was crazy.
Hey, that was a fun game too.
That
Oh,
was.
yeah.
What?
That's bad. You got to give him room.
Yeah.
I felt disrespected in the Northwestern game.
Yeah, because Northwestern was supposed to be like good or whatever.
That's one. And then they kept saying that Law dude was better than Marcus. I was like, what? I was like,
Oh yeah.
hell. And then they start disrespecting me by putting that they little point guard on. I was like, what? Hold on.
What was his name?
Big Law.
No, the point guard that was
The
good.
other one.
I forgot it. The other one was Scotty Lindsey. He was on our G League team
Yeah.
last year.
No, he was good too. They had like, but their point guard. I
know you-
remember I played him in scout team and I loved it because he shot so much. So I just went off. I can't remember his name. I can picture him though.
Was it
Yeah, I
like-
forgot it too.
White dude.
I know what you're talking about. I felt so
Oh, I know you're talking about too now.
because then they was
He
like,
ended up
"You
having a
got-"
good
I was
game.
like, what? You got Kyrie.
McIntosh.
Brian McIntosh, something like that.
Yep.
And then after the game, his dad gonna say, "You're a good player, Kyrie. My son was going at you, huh?" I was like, "No, like what?"
Yeah, he said the same thing. He was on my summer league team this year.
We didn't see right here. It looked like a little, since we're in the guard, little Earl to Pearl Monroe with the spin. Inside, giving Creighton a much-needed basket.
Spin cycle.
A little momentum going into halftime. Haven't played great, but still in shouting distance. Only down 6.
Yeah, Marcus, your footwork is ridiculous.
Came out hot and hungry.
Yeah, I used to work on that a lot when I was younger. Like I had a trainer for like 3 or 4 years, and we only did like footwork and coming off catch and shoot stuff.
Really.
Your third game in 3 days.
And you got that strong base too, so you can like you spin and then you still like, you get those 2 feet under you and you're so explosive.
Yeah.
I usually try to do his stop and start when you like go and you stop and start. I was like, that shit. It was so quick. I was like, damn.
Man, it's crazy. I hated that redshirt year, but that was the best thing that ever happened to me. Because I remember Coach Mack wanted me to lift with Justin 5 times a week, so I was in there doing all stuff with him. On top of that, getting extra workouts in, and it was the best thing for me, really.
Creighton trailed Providence by 3 at halftime yesterday. In the quarterfinals, came back and won. Blue Jays down by 6. 37-31, the halftime score. Rob Stone, Steve Lavin.
I don't remember a thing Quentin Gooden did all half. I don't know why he's flexing, but
Right after this.
I didn't even think he
I
scored.
missed it.
He had 1 3 that we let him shoot.
Oh.
He hit a 3?
Yeah, that's why I was like, what? Wow.
I don't think he's hit a 3 since this season, honestly.
He got athletic, though.
Mm-hmm.
He's big and strong.
Yeah, he is real big. I think they left him. I think they didn't even guard him this year in Cincinnati, and he like, I think he was like 0 for 6 from 3 in like the first like 8 minutes of the game.
It's crazy. Them.
I feel like St. John's should have been good like every year. They always had like good dudes, but after talking to Shamari Pons at like Erg's camp, I was like, dang, he was like, a lot of people transferred from there because they was like, they were so unorganized. And, like, he was just like, they never really cared what we did. Like, they was like,
offensive rebounds.
That's exactly what it looked like.
You could tell, yeah. If I had to guess, you could tell.
We barely talked to him. He was like,
But that's true though. As you can see with Tariq Owens, he killed when he was at Texas Tech. He killed.
He played for the Phoenix G League team. When I broke my foot and came back, I was talking to him. He was like, man, he's way better down there. I was like, dang, that's crazy. St. John had a lot of talented dudes, and they was always athletic.
Yep.
That's why they scary to play, because they so good individually that if they have a game where they all on, it's hard to beat.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think did they beat Duke that year maybe at the Garden?
Yep.
Kentucky.
They beat Duke and they beat Villanova back to back.
Yeah.
That's why everybody's going in on Shamari, like he getting lottery, yada yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I think they won like 2 games in conference play all year, but they like beat Duke and Villanova back to back that year. It's crazy.
That's how good they could have been.
I know.
man,
Yeah, Shamari went off on that in that Duke game. Remember Gus Johnson? I hate Gus. I don't think he's very good, but and he gets it here today because TC sticks a 3 in his eye when he was talking shit. But like Shamari did like something against Duke where he like I don't know he crossed somebody over and like ran to the elbow and like hit like a floater or whatever. And like Gus was like, that is the greatest basketball move you'll ever see. And it's like, what?
Gus gets excited.
I was like, that's like dudes do that like 6 times a night in the Big East. What are you talking
I meant to do that.
Yeah.
Good post speed. Oh.
JP does go off in the second half, though. I saw he only had 6. He finishes with 21.
Here comes Mintz. He has to stay in control. He's got blinding speed. Foster spinning again, kicking. Huff takes a 3. Big time.
I don't think Cole's missed yet, man. Except for when he got fouled.
I used to hate when Davion comes dribble down the middle of the court, and I'm like, "What side are you going on?" I used to get so mad. I'm like, "Bro, you got to pick a side." He used to always go like this and then turn. I'm like, "Okay, which way are you going?"
Wants to use his strength against the taller Patton. Gooden, left-hand dribble. Baseline. Gaston, no.
I was like, "Dustin, no."
That was
The guy, I said, "No."
Oh, yeah.
Hardy,
Yeah. He's juiced up now.
Patton is a kid. He's a freshman from Omaha. They feel that he has the potential this year if he declares to be a top 10 pick. He's got a big decision to make. Gooden again to the basket.
I should have helped him.
It's tough because they like to slip out of so many screens.
That's the right thing to do. You can't beat Trayvon.
But able to finish and elevate over the big fella.
And when he first got the starting job, he couldn't convert on shots like that, but now they're starting to drop for him. Kyrie Thomas lobs it inside.
Oh.
Keeps it high and lays it
What a
in.
Tough
finish.
finish.
The middle pick and roll once again. And with the big player,
How skilled was this dude when he had like his A game going?
When he took his time in the post, I already knew he was gonna score. Once I seen him like hold it for a second,
Yeah, his footwork was so good for how big he was. But it was just Justin got better every single game.
Yeah.
yeah, that's true.
And then the pick and roll. This is all just a slip screen. Just throw it to the basket.
Him as a roommate,
Those long balls, go get it.
I used to get so much trouble for him. I'm like, yo, bro, you gotta chill.
I remember I went through Christmas break when he stayed at my place.
Okay, Kyrie.
You know what, Marcus?
I said I went through it too that 2 weeks or winter break when he used to stay at my place. You know how the dorms was all closed.
He crashed the car.
Oh my God.
Dude, he called me. The car's in the freaking.
I think I think everybody got Justin Patton sores for days.
Xavier a little bit late in their rotation. Right here off the
And I
little
remember
drive, you held
our
it
freshman year, and y'all, when we first got invited to Opus,
when the ball swings around.
and Justin was like, "What TC said."
His way
He
out.
kept saying that when we was like in our room getting ready. I'm like, bro, okay, we know.
Just so excited as a freshman.
Yeah, bro, TC said just come over there, bro. He got everything. I'm like, all right, bro. TC said.
We had to show you guys a good time, show you the ropes.
Then look, then 6 months later, Justin showing us everywhere.
Yeah. He got acquainted pretty quickly.
What's the craziest Justin story from this year?
You talking about on campus or off campus, on the court, off the court? I got stories.
I want the craziest story that's on your mind. I don't even care where it happened.
Oh, no, bro.
Oh, let me see.
When me and him had we had a recruit, and we lost him.
You lost a recruit.
Yeah. And we was arguing for like 20 minutes. I thought he was with you. Yeah.
You lost him. That's hilarious. Where did you guys find him at? Did you ever find him, or did you just like go back to like campus or whatever?
We went back to like each little house party that we went to.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 6 houses that night, so we just backtracked and we found him in the basement.
You know, probably the craziest one. I think I don't know. It might have been around Christmas break when he was on my room. He was my roommate, so we had went out and stuff like the night before because it was like Christmas, and so we had practice the next day. And I think we had it like 8, and Justin shows up at like 9:15. Everybody been blowing him up. Can't find Justin.
There's plenty, I know that.
Yeah, he just seemed like such a character.
Real comfortable, real strong, able to finish. Again, you're talking about which way to beat you.
Hey.
That'd have been a foul for anybody else, though.
Especially for Lewis, he be flopping so much.
Toe to toe at the world's most famous arena. One of these teams will advance and play in the Big East Championship game.
All the funny Marcus moments was when Coach Mack used to be like, Marcus! I used to hate when he said, I was like, bro, this be quiet. You don't sound right. It was like, Marcus! That stuff used to be funny, man.
It's crazy. Me and him got a crazy relationship.
Marcus used to just be like this. Okay, all right. Okay. I'm like, Coach Mack, you don't see him being sarcastic. I used to say that in my head all the time. Like, he's obviously being sarcastic.
As I remember, you always gave him like a straight answer too. I think it was like your freshman year. Your freshman year was when you guys went to Italy or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys had those 10 practices or whatever in July before you left. And I remember one time Kyrie was like jogging down the court back on defense or whatever. he was just like Taz sprint. And he goes, and Kyrie's like, no. And he's like, why? He's like, 'cause I was being lazy. And then Mac was just like, I think he was like trying to rip you, but like you gave him a straight answer. Like, I was just being lazy. And he's just like, okay, well, I guess that's honest. I can't really say anything to that. He like was speechless. It was pretty funny.
We have some characters on our team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're fun.
No, the ones I used to love was when TC, we used to play the scout, and then we always had freshmen, like, every year freshmen. And like TC used to run it, and when they messed up, I could see it on TC's face, but TC used to be so nice about it. Like, hey, come here. I used to be like, oh my goodness, because I know you used to be so mad. You be like, all right, look, I've been doing this for so long. Like, listen to me. That stuff used to be hilarious. He's like, come here.
It depends. It's some dudes you get like frustrated with if you like. I don't know. It was kind of funny. You just kind of run out of patience sometimes. That was a crazy move there.
That was an insane finish.
I don't know how he circled that back in.
them long arms he had.
Bro,
He almost stepped out of bounds.
so mad at the scout team. That's when I knew, like, because we used to be competitive. I'm like, if one person mess up, TC gonna get so mad. Then I'm like, okay, we got a little momentum going. And the one person he used to hate Marcus, Alex O'Neal. He's like, dude, you just freaking crazy.
My God. Alex got so bad he couldn't even be in practice no more.
I kind of felt bad sometimes, but that was one where it's just like he wouldn't remember it, and I was just like lost mind sometimes. And then, because when I got older, Max started getting mad at me if we were like not doing things well on scout. I would get so pissed off if Mac ever got mad at me for that. I mean, I understood it, but it was just kind of funny. You'd get like, "Gold team, we need a look," and I would just get pissed off.
I remember though. Because what was that? I think it was our senior year. Our scout team was so bad.
I hated it, bro. I'm like, yo,
Our
they gotta
scout
do
team was
something.
bad. We couldn't get nothing done.
Yeah. Mac would say, "We need a look." So like the next play, I was probably gonna shoot it just because I was pissed off.
Just imagine how good he could be 2 to 3 years. You know what I mean?
We'd love to see him stay in college, but
So we took the lead.
you can't.
Yeah, we start scoring.
Yeah, Kyrie stuck that 3 off that dribble penetration from you, and then JP went finished twice.
Yeah, we got going.
Like JP's on right now.
You hated these jerseys?
They were so loose and big.
Really?
Yeah. Well, not mine.
And they was thin. I'm like, bro, I feel like
I love those jerseys.
I liked them a lot too. My freshman year.
Oh, this play was crazy.
Ooh, Kyrie. Oh
I
my
remember
god.
that. I remember that.
because I was looking for him originally, but he wasn't looking. I'm like, dude, open.
Oh, didn't you throw him a crazy lob, and if he would have dunked it, it would have been.
Yeah, I did it. Or it was like a back cut or something like that.
Yeah, it was something crazy.
Bro, I can't stop thinking about that now, TC. He used to be so mad. Like, Alex, just. I remember it always got bad where Zach was like, Alex, just sit over there, bro. Just sit over there.
Yeah, JP had a good one this game.
50 to 48. And Patton dribbles it off of his foot, not
Except for that.
with the quick hands.
RJP.
Inside Kyrie, just a pity pat. Inside the pass.
That's wild.
Finishes with authority, and JP
How
not
did JP
panicking,
make
not
this?
panicking.
Just to hit the ball,
I see
too,
it,
on the
but
first
can't
finish.
get it. I love it. Look at JP, just creative. Lefty.
And he's one of those kids that can hit all those tricky shots.
He got that in his game. So unassuming when he looks.
What was Coach Mack like in moments like this for you guys in the huddle and stuff? I know Marcus, like Zagorowski, and everybody talks about like the way he can kind of get you guys to calm down and not freak out. But I wonder if that's like different teams, different players, different personalities. Was it the same with you guys in tight games, tight situations like this?
Yeah, I mean, I think this year was kind of tough because when Maurice went down, I think it was kind of more he knew he had to, make sure we're in the right places and drawing up the right place for us. But
yeah,
I know when we had Maurice and how Maurice was running the team and how everything was smooth, it was like everybody knew if we coming out of the last media timeout up by 4, then Maurice he's gonna get us all the way home. So I think at this point in the season, it was just a little more different. And I think the best thing about Coach Mack, he always got great coaching staff. Like with D-Rock, Coach Lutz, Preston. I think they always knew what we needed at certain times.
Mm-hmm.
Especially Lutz and D-Rock, bro. I used to hate when they come up, you're not playing hard. I'm like, bro, I just stopped him like 5 times.
D-Rock always, that's how always D-Rock is. He's not doing enough. You like, Taz just ripped him twice and got a dunk.
D-Rock is always fired up. Yeah, I would agree that Mac was usually pretty calm in these type of bigger games. D-Rock was obviously always fired up, but I feel like in like the TV timeouts, Mac would kind of sit down and just kind of, it obviously depended, but he would kind of just draw up the next 2 plays. And, yeah.
D-Rock used to do that. Hey, bud, playing soft out there. All right, D-Rock.
Crank it up.
Back up, man.
I miss D-Rock.
He dribbled 2 times. I'm like, dude, he passed it. Like,
5 of them by Patton.
I think they just said we were 9 for 10 so far this half.
That's insane. It feels like it though. You guys went nuts in the second half against Providence in the quarterfinal game too. I think the
Yeah, we were
second
down
half.
at half that game too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I messed up Marcus Lob.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He
You
was like,
did.
throw it. I was like, bro, I don't know. I just threw it.
That was my only highlight. I was in foul trouble that game.
Mm.
I think I played like 12 minutes.
3-point game.
You was either always in foul trouble on some BS or you never got foul called on you. I'm like,
Looks like they're in that. This is their 1-3-1 right now, right?
I think it like goes into a 2-3 when it goes to the wings.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
They ran it a couple times this
I think-
game.
I think they run it now at Creighton.
Really?
Yeah, it's like it's a 1-3-1 and then it drops into a 2-3 if it hits the corner.
Yeah, we used to do something like what we used to do when it hit the middle, we match up.
Yeah.
We were never a good zone team.
we used to be good when like other teams was in the zone though.
Yeah.
Because ZTC and Cole was always like ZTC will always find an open man and you and Cole always ended up open. Always.
I remember TC when TC was on the floor and they were in the zone, like you guys were super good.
Zone killer.
Because TC was the only one who threw it in the middle. I'm like, bro, just throw it in the middle.
It's funny, like you just gotta get it there.
Right.
I loved running cutters because you could just like sneak it into the middle. You just have to like act like you're not going anywhere, and then you just
The middle was always open. And then once you threw it in the middle, it was either Cole or Marcus on the opposite side. You like, that's an automatic 3 right there.
Mm.
And then Marquette did it a lot, man. They used to run that zone, and then they used to leave the middle so open.
Remember, that's how we came back.
Yep.
I think it was the last time we played Marquette.
At home. It was the home game.
Yeah, Kyrie had like
Yeah.
Kyrie went nuts on that elbow area.
I
Just
was
catching
like,
and hitting
they
turnover
left it
jumpers.
so open. I'm like, oh man, I gotta cheese. Then we was playing Villanova. I don't know if they was in the zone when they reached on you and Mitch was open. I think it was Jalen Brunson went for the steal. I was like, idiot.
I ain't gonna lie.
I don't know if they were. I can't remember if they were in the zone. Though. They came in the zone out of the timeout when they were up 8 though, and you guys threw a lob to Jacob,
Yeah.
and that started it pretty much. That started you guys' run.
Ooh, TC.
I'm not gonna lie. That might have been one of the luckiest passes I've ever made in my life.
Hitting Mitch in the corner.
Yeah, I don't.
He was
know
open.
how- He was,
know.
but the way I threw it to where Jalen Brunson could have stolen it. I just don't
Yeah, he just
Somebody
missed it.
went for the reach. It was Devin. I don't know who it was.
No, it was Jalen. He
It was
almost
Jalen
got it.
Brunson.
I think that's Foster.
It was Jalen Brunson.
It is.
Yeah, that game was wild.
Dude, I was in a draft house with Mikhail. He's freaking dope. He is just like Justin, yo.
Michael,
Really?
he's hilarious.
He put around so much.
I remember that game was funny too because Kyrie and Jalen were going like back and forth at each other like early in the game.
Yeah.
It was like 20-20, and you guys each had like 15 of them.
Gooden spinning, strong, up, and Tyreek Jones. Basket interference. That one was about to drop down.
that was a dumb goaltend.
Mm.
Oh, I thought Justin did that.
You know, that's
Why
legal.
was you? Why was you?
I guess that's like Europe, right?
Yeah.
I remember Martin did that a couple times earlier. Like he would always goaltend. He would always goaltend in practice, like the stupidest ones. Like, what are you doing?
Bro.
Martin had a rough summer.
Trying to adjust.
Remember the first day?
Oh, Tyler, dang.
You
I
missed
should have made that.
He almost got that to go.
I should have.
A little give and go with JP.
Oh, that's
JP's
that
good
you.
passer.
Taz and Jesse used to do that give and go at the elbow all the time. Taz would kick it up and take off running and get it and go get it done.
Always. I kick it ahead and sprint hard, like, throw it back. It was a few times my junior where you used to be like, throw it ahead. I'm like, no, I got to keep this one. It was like 2 of them I used to watch all the time. I'm like, I should have threw it to him.
Oh.
Hmm.
Yeah, JP was like, he kind of reminded me of like Chris Webber because he could pass so good from that post position.
How did he make that pass? Doesn't he?
It's crazy.
Get that out of here.
Give me that.
Okay,
Oh.
TC.
That's one of my like 3 career blocks.
You had one against DePaul. There was that game where Marcus gamed him at the end or whatever.
Yeah, I'd won that game.
They gave it to like they gave it to like Manny though.
Oh,
like,
really?
Yeah, and I was like, no, Tyler totally got that.
That was one of the ones I actually like, probably the highest I got up for, because that one there I just timed it right.
Yeah.
Travel.
Yeah, that game was wild because Tyler and Manny came in and made huge plays.
TC hit like 2 threes, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Manny shot that 3 with like
Right.
minute left. I'm in transition. I passed to him, and I'm just like waiting for it right back, and I'm just like,
Mac went stupid.
Manny launched it from the top of the key. It's like a minute left.
Mac went crazy.
Bro, that game, I was so mad, bro. I felt so sick that game.
Oh, really?
My throat was like, I was like, bro, I can't. And then it was one point I had to steal, and I got a dunk, and Marcus threw it to me. I got a dunk. And that we was like on we was on a long run, bro.
Mm-hmm.
We was on a long run. And then I thought he was about to call timeout. I was so tired.
Shot that.
Oh, I remember this left hand M1.
That's nice. He would always, I love Z because he would like score and then he would get that look in his eye like he's the only one in the building not surprised or whatever. He's like, what? I was supposed to go in there.
That was a good laugh.
He had so much swag to his game.
Nice haircut, but even a better layup.
Madison Square Garden, the Big East Tournament, 59-54. Creighton leads Xavier.
Yeah, Marcus, I think that road trip, like with the where you get that game winner against DePaul, that was that. I think that was that road trip where that kid wrote that, or that whoever wrote that article about you not being able to play above the rim or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember that.
And Marcus was just like, Marcus went off like on that road trip. He had like 5 dunks and like averaged like 25 points.
It was crazy. I'm like, that's all I do is shoot threes and dunk. And I just play for the rim. All right. Crazy. And it was crazy. Everybody was going off in the comments. Like, have you not seen him play?
Yeah.
And they was just posting all these videos.
He like definitely deleted his account after that.
Yeah.
I think he even got on the radio when like Bishop came back from the road or whatever. Like they had him on the show. They're like, "What were you thinking?" Basically.
He did.
Yeah.
He tried to explain himself. Like,
Right.
I didn't say he wasn't above the rim. It's just he's not getting up there like other guys. I'm like,
And you're like, "No, just admit that was a bad
Yeah,
one."
he should have just owned up.
There's no spin on that one. When you say that about a
Dunk
dude
on
who
somebody
literally-
that game.
Hmm?
You had a baseline dunk that game.
Yeah.
Which one? The
The
DePaul
one.
game?
You
Yeah.
dunked
I
on
had-
somebody.
I had a few dunks that game. They were going for the back door all game.
Yeah, it was a back door. You had like two cold ones.
And
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I should have got a block.
oh,
I should have got a block for that one too.
right.
Where his feet at? Yeah, that's a block.
Hey,
Oh, that's a
definitely-
block.
That's
That
definitely
should
a
have
block.
been.
Oh,
That's a block, and JP's outside the circle too.
man. You see that great rotation by Toby Hegner? Non-shooter stunt.
Yeah, TC's got a block party going on right now. That's like 2 times in 3 possessions.
Mm.
I don't know if you guys did you guys watch Villanova Seton Hall before this? The semifinal game before this one?
Oh, no, it was close though.
Yeah, it went down to the
I
wire.
watched
Like
a little
it went down to the last
bit.
possession, just like yours. Like that whole day was the craziest day.
I remember being in the tunnel when it ended, because obviously we were about to warm up. We didn't get to see a lot of it just because we were doing our warm up stuff.
Yeah.
But I remember like it sounded like a wild ending, and then we saw like a tip in or something like that.
Oh, it was freaking nuts. Yeah, Delgado had a chance to tie it at the end.
Yeah, TC.
At the rim. They found somebody.
Took my assist.
I know. Yeah, Tyler's taking this game over right now, right?
Yeah, I think
He got the steal before after this possession came back down. He got the steal.
and hit 2. Don't you hit 2 threes in the corner?
Yeah.
Just one.
Yeah, just one. But it was right when Gus was talking shit.
My assist.
I remember
He
watching.
was like,
Yeah.
he was like not a shooter, and then he just fills.
Yeah,
them
that's
and
the
bangs them.
great line.
I used to never know what he was talking about. I'm like, he's all over the place.
I was watching the first round game when they played. I think they played St. John's this year.
I still don't know how you made that shot.
Yeah,
That's that touch, Taz. I ain't teach you that.
yeah. They almost got into a fight with St. John's that first game.
Really?
Who did?
I think it was the year after, right?
Oh yeah.
We was in their locker room. We was right by them.
Yeah.
They were like trying to meet up in the tunnels or whatever.
In the hallway, yeah.
Yeah. St. John's is always trying to fight people at the Big East tournament.
I think that's the only thing they can win.
They try to fight Georgetown. They try to fight Xavier. They try to fight everybody.
Another one. Oh,
I tried.
With Bill and Mary.
I slapped his back when we ran out on the court this game.
Did you?
He was in our way. I said, "Excuse me."
Oh, that's the one. That's the one right there.
Oh, what was it?
If he would
Okay. I thought it was another one brought through him.
if he would have dunked that, it would have went crazy in there.
Yeah, I thought he was going to when he threw it up.
I remember this when they started to try to play fast with us. That's how I knew we was gonna get him.
Yeah, they just Mercure and Blue kept hitting shots to keep him in it.
That's the only thing that really kept him in it.
That was a good face guard by Marcus on that cut by JP right there.
Yeah, that's one I know. I don't even remember the name of that play. They ran that a lot.
Oh, it was always between me and you because they were JP and Mercure.
That was when I really didn't play defense, so they was trying to get me on Blue.
Some teams used to run plays on you, and then you used to get a steal and fast break. I used to be like, "What are y'all doing?" Like,
especially my second year when I was like actually trying to play defense hard, and I was guarding. Cause remember we were small. We would have Ronnie and Mitch. So like Ronnie and Mitch would all dang.
That's just ridiculous.
Crazy. And Ronnie and Mitch, they would guard the 3. You are TC?
I felt all the time. I remember that.
They turned to hide the ball and lost your balance.
I just came to. I'll say there's a west spot. But don't they have a ice rink below?
Mm-hmm.
We'll blame that. We'll blame that.
I'll allow it. Yeah, Marcus, that's just tough. That's just tough right there.
That's just those ones. Like usually, players you can go in and predict. Like, oh, he likes to do this. We're gonna lock him up. But with JP, it's just if he hot, he hot.
He'll launch some deep ones.
Yeah, he's an idiot. He lost the last one, the last shot. He shot it so deep.
Yeah, there was still time on the clock.
And I was still nervous.
And I still thought it was going in.
Man, Chris Mack gets so mad at the end of this game.
Yeah,
you got mad at the timekeeper or something, right?
Yeah, they started the clock before he touched it.
Did they start early?
I was mad you shot so early. I'm like, Marcus, now I got to come back and play defense.
I
Soon
got.
as
I can. I'm gonna tell you when the play going on. I'm gonna tell you what's going through my mind while I shot it. So
I look at that all the time when people send it to me. I'm like, bro.
My favorite. There's so many good vantage points, but I'm standing on the bench next to Preston and Murph, and as you're about to as you shoot it, Murph goes, "What the fuck? Or what the hell is he doing?" I didn't mean to cuss, and he made it. Me and Preston both were just giving him like all this stuff, like it was hilarious. He's like, "I was still a bad shot." I was like, "Well, it went in. Didn't matter."
I remember
Oh, man, I was.
D-Rock.
I
D-Rock was
was-
like, that was the worst shot you've ever could have took.
Cause you took it at like with like 6 or 5 seconds left. I'm looking like,
I think I took it with like 9.
Bang, bang out.
Cash.
Yeah, they put Amaro on me at the beginning of that possession. I remember, all right, it's like, all right, I'm looking to score.
they did be wide open. I was like, yo, I'm not even. I said, it's both of y'all on me.
Well, he's probably thinking he didn't have to chase him, so he like TC cuts, and then Amara just like kind of camps in the paint. And lets
Like down TC.
The driving kick.
See, he's just waiting. He's like, I don't have to check that dude all day. Shot 1,000 of those in the championship.
Z.
Did Ronnie get in?
I don't think he got in this one. He got in the Villanova game after this one, though. He played pretty well in that one.
He did real good actually.
Yeah, my favorite one about the shot when Marcus hits or whatever, because like Trayvon ties it or whatever, and then Kyrie and JP get like they're just like wrestling down on the baseline while Marcus is going in.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that till like a week later, till we like talking about it again.
That's how mad I was. So mad. I was mad at him because I'm like, bro, just take your ass down the court. And then Marcus, you shot it so early. I said, bro, now I gotta come back here and play defense, bro. Take the last shot. I was so mad. And then you made it. I was like, oh. I was like, oh.
You know the crazy thing, the last thing I remember about that play, all I hear, because I'm right by Mac, all I hear Mac say is, "Let's play." And I was like, what? You ain't got to tell me again. So maybe we should blame it on Mac and tell him he should have waited a little bit longer to tell me that.
Yeah.
I thought you was gonna do like a little step back side. If you would have did one of those, I was like, oh, I would have been like, that's a game because you make those all the time. But then you just sat there and he didn't even scoot up. He was just like,
he didn't move. That's why I was like, I felt that was just like the best shot I was gonna get at that time.
I love that about Mac. He'll do that in practice too, and like, you know, like whether it was you guys or like Marcus now, where it's just like basically he's just like, all right, let's play, and then it's just like dudes just get to make plays. Basically, you guys have kind of freedom to do what you want. Yeah, but like Marcus, like you said, you probably didn't need an invitation though.
Nah.
That's what. All right, I'm gonna do it.
Say that.
Hey, no more.
man, this dude, he took that shot. Oh man, Marcus, dude, wait.
Out of bounds. And Creighton will hold on.
Oh yeah, Cole is open too. Oops.
What the fuck?
Oops.
That play we put in because they had like a weird defense. So we put that in like in maybe like the game before against them, but they run like a matchup, and I remember that play working out perfectly.
Really?
I forgot that happened.
That was like a special one for this game for Xavier, basically.
So what happens? How do they lose Marcus on that?
So if you saw earlier in the game, like we were running it to where we get a one-on-one for Marcus or Taz on the other side.
Okay.
And we ran that a couple times, and then on that one we went to the same side. So like Marcus took the ball in, and on the other ones he came down to this bottom side here, and because they just like match up after their zone defense. And then on that one, Marcus went to the same corner. They didn't match up right. But it was like a special one for them. They ran like a matchup zone out of bounds. That was a good tip in.
Yeah, that was good.
I don't know how he did it.
Yeah, JP's been doing work down low this half.
72-69.
Crunch time.
Snacks on the floor.
Yeah, you actually need. I think Cole misses a couple free throws though.
Did
So you actually need to thank him for having the game winner because he misses them, and that's how Blewett ties it.
I think, yeah. What'd you say, Kyrie?
Oh man, look at this. How do you make this? Push off.
And we gotta thank college basketball for allowing them illegal Nike balls this year too.
Oh man, those things are so bad.
Oh, that was that year. Yeah,
Yeah.
they were
They
terrible.
changed it, right?
I remember when you guys first got those in the gym, and I was like, "You're not seriously playing with these, right?"
It was the worst.
48 seconds to go. And a whistle.
Blewett missed front in there.
I might miss the free throws.
And that's Bernard.
Yeah.
Only the third team foul against Xavier. 45.9 to go. 3-point game. (72-69). Creighton leads Xavier with 45.9 seconds remaining. And the game reset.
Xavier's only fouled you guys 3 times this half, really?
Times.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's right. 'Cause we have to get it in a couple times. Yeah.
Possession arrow in the favor of Creighton.
Look at Lou.
2 timeouts.
For both teams, what do they do?
Remember we had the game in Creighton when
D-Rock's got the beard game going.
they forced Xavier to get the ball inbounds and they had
Lou's doing. Cass, what the hell are we doing? I'm like, I don't know, Lou. We gotta figure it out. Tell those guys. I'm like, all right.
Get him going, bro.
Lou is hilarious.
I used to hate when he used to come by me and Justin stretching. He'd be like, they say Taz from Omaha. I'm like, no, I don't. Those Benson guys are soft. I mean, those Benson guys are soft, man.
They're soft.
Oh,
Yes, when was the last time you see a tough guy out of Texas? I'm like, no, man.
They don't do it, Foster. Trying to keep it in his hands. Zierden. Foster. And Xavier fouls.
Marcus is all excited because he might get to go shoot free throws if he gets lucky here.
Right.
Xavier wanted to foul early, but they couldn't get to him.
72-69, 32.4 to go.
Damn.
And another quick foul.
See, at this point, I'd have never thought the game would have ended.
Yeah.
How it ended, because I'm like, Cole about to knock both of these down. We about to be good.
One possession game, 72.
And we had Toby come in the game, so I knew it was over.
Why he had me in there for free throws?
No, remember Justin was a bad free throw shooter that year.
I don't know why he had me in there. Like I said, I used to be so tired with no legs. Like, bro, I'm about to just shoot it, man. I'm tired.
There's JP just bumping into Cole because he loves to shoot free throws. He's just a master at that stuff.
The best time we had, I think, this year was when we went to U.S. Virgin Islands, bro.
That trip.
that was a lot of fun.
Bro.
We were rolling down there too.
Yeah.
Jordan Scurry showed me one of those videos that he shot for you guys down there. It was like basically just Mo just gassing up Marcus and Marcus being like thanking K-State and everything. So it was so funny. It's like, thanks K-State, appreciate you guys.
Yeah, we had too much fun on that trip.
And he missed it. Chris Mack's strategy pays off. What do you do? 72-69.
Get your
25
best shot
seconds to go.
available. Best shot available.
Here's the guy. He's got
This is where he hit this shot, right? Yeah.
Yep. Step back.
Right. How do you make that?
There's
Look at
Kyrie.
this.
There's JP and Kyrie.
Wait. I was like, wait.
So
like, wait,
right,
Who does I
right
start?
here, he said, "Let's play right there."
Stick.
Watch me and Murph.
I was like, no, Marcus, not.
He still almost made that.
He almost made that. Look at
Marcus
Chris
just
Mack.
walking
Let's
off.
go.
Yeah, Chris Mack was mad. Marcus is just gassed up.
Man.
That's my
Yeah,
brother.
so like when you're going down Kyrie, when you're going down there, Marcus, like in when did you decide like shoot or drive? Like, how did you decide to? Because normally tie game, like,
Yeah.
guys probably try to get to the rim or whatever and see what happens. But when did you decide to just like create some space and pull up?
So one thing I know that Xavier, they like to help on me a lot, especially like me and Kyrie. So I had to either size him up and then see what he did. And I knew I had Trayvon Blue on me, so I knew, I could get a decent shot that I wanted. But like, he starts backing up on the first step, and that's when I was just like, I gotta pull it because I can get it over him.
Mm-hmm.
You see, like how he's leaning back, I knew that was the right time to shoot it.
Yeah. Did you ever know on like release when it was good or not? Could you tell?
I knew as soon as it hit the rim, it was gonna go in.
Oh, okay.
It was kind of tough on release, but it felt good. But I knew as soon as it hit the rim, it was going in.
Kyrie, what's going through your mind as you're trying to get back down?
Yeah,
you're trying to get down there. You're like,
I was like, don't shoot it so early because we got to play defense after this.
D-Rock's holding his arm up, trying to get you low down.
I know.
Yeah, they definitely started it early, but it didn't matter though.
Yeah, he stopped early anyway, though.
Yeah.
That's a rebound, right?
Yeah. No, you don't get that.
Damn, dude. Go D-Rock.
This was like the longest night ever.
Yeah, trying to wind down to go to bed.
Yeah, that's what my brother, that's what he always talks about. He says if the Villanova game was like later and we had more time to recover, he said we would have played way better.
But you guys did play. You guys played better in the second half than you did in the first, for sure.
This game got done at like midnight.
Yeah.
I remember I didn't go up to my room till like 2:30 in the morning.
Really?
Yeah.
Everybody's family was down there and stuff.
Partying in the bar.
Yeah, it took us an hour to get from the gym anyway, because everybody had media and stuff.
Yeah.
My bad.
It was just like such a late night. It was fun, obviously. It was fun like when we got back to the hotel, everyone celebrating. But I feel like it was, even when you got back to the room, you're just so wired up. We couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was definitely a night to remember though.
I was sleeping like 30 minutes.
I was tired after this.
Davion is my roommate, and he had his brother with him. I'm like, yo.
Oh, Deshaun?
It was like 6 of them in the room, just like, I'm like, we go to sleep, bro.
Yeah, this one was crazy because, like, you guys had lost Maurice and whatever, and it just didn't. It just wasn't clicking after that, and then you guys. It seemed like it was starting to come together now.
Like when he went down, added Xavier, I think we were down a little bit. Then we went to locker room. It was quiet, like really emotional. And then after that, we started rolling. We were like, let's get this one for WAP.
Because I think what we didn't realize how serious it was. I think at the time we were just like, oh, okay, he might be out like 2 weeks, or knowing WAP, he'll come back next game, which made it weird. The game before he got hurt, I think we did like that scrimmage against the D2 team.
Yep.
He had bumped his knee or something. He went down, and then the same thing happened. So we were like, okay, we'll get him back. And I think it really hit us, and that took a toll on us.
Mm-hmm.
Kobe.
Most popular Creighton Blue Jay of all time.
All time. You remember in the Virgin Islands, all the those Filipino people there that was there cheering for him and cheering for us?
Dude, I remember before the Nebraska game that year in Lincoln, there was like someone who traveled all the way from the Philippines just to get a picture with him before the game. I was like, this is crazy.
Y'all remember we was in Providence and somebody knew his dad? The waitress knew his dad, and she was going crazy. She started crying.
When he transferred to I think he transferred to Cal State Northridge or whatever, they did a freaking press conference for him when he transferred there. Like they had like 20 media members. They did like, when like NBA teams like sign a free agent and they do like the jersey presentation or whatever and like the photo op. They did that with him. They held his jersey up and everything like that. Head coach was there, and it was like, this is like This is the wildest transfer I've ever seen.
Man,
I've never seen like that.
I wish he would have stuck around. If he would have stuck around, he could have helped us that next year.
Mm.
Because he was practice team MVP.
He'd have some days where he was really good.
Just crazy athletic.
Yeah,
Out of shape and didn't know the play, but he knew how to shoot and dunk.
he could powerful dunk.
They put so much pride in me. They hold my city behind me, and it's hard to tell when I got the people I have.
Yeah, what changed for you guys in the second half? Do you guys remember anything in terms of adjustments or whatever? How you guys ended up being so efficient offensively after struggling in the first half?
A little bit before, at the end of the first half. So after that, I was like, oh, we kind of started finding out our spots, what we needed to do, which was like, to me, was drive, like penetrating and probably kick out, all collapse. And we had a little momentum in the first half, and I think it carried over to the second half. And then once we got once we got the score close and then took the lead for like about a point or two, it was a wrap. I feel like everybody was together more. I was just like, all right, here we go. We're about to try to win this thing. We did.
Yeah, I think when we hit that, like, I think we went up 3. I think that's when we started realizing, like, you know, if we're not gonna pull away and win by, you know, 8 or 12. But I think we just keep it going and get it at our pace and do what we do. Because that second in the end of the first, we got it going. We just weren't shooting it. I think as a team wasn't shooting it yet. And I think that big 2 shots by Kyrie and Justin, the threes in the second half, that really got us going.
Yeah. Sometimes just a matter of seeing a couple shots go down. We weren't making some in the first half, and then we came out hot, and so then we started playing pretty well, opening up a little bit.
And I think for me personally, this was one of my better games. I think I didn't have a good first half, and I forced it a lot. And I think I kind of just let my teammates do what they do and just carry on playing their game, and it ended up working for us.
You guys lost by 10 and 16 to Villanova.
Yeah, this has got to be a crazy memory for you guys. Marcus, especially, like, I don't know. We kind of talked about it earlier, but hitting a game winner in Madison Square Garden, like, that's probably what everybody who picks up a basketball, like, from the minute they pick up one and realize what Madison Square Garden means in terms of the history of the game. Like, is that still something that you look back on and think, you know, that you can remember everything about it because it's such a great memory?
Yeah, I think these are like this is like my favorite moment I've ever had. You know, I think because we talked about it, you know, leading up to, like, you know, what do you want to do going in? Of course, we all wanted to win the tournament there, but I think what I really said was, like, I wanted to create a moment that I would never forget. And I ended up, you know, in the game winner in Madison Square Garden to send us to a championship. So that's like something I'll never forget. And it's like, even watching it, every time I do watch it, I feel like I feel myself having the ball and, you know, pulling up for 3 and seeing the ball go in and everybody go crazy. It's like I feel it every time, no matter what.
And Kyrie and TC, like, reliving this thing, did you think did it feel at all the same about, you know, in terms of the emotions that went into this, like, especially down the stretch when you guys were all kind of, you know, Xavier's hitting shots, you're hitting shots, and it looks like it's going to come down to whoever can get it last. You guys still, like, hold this one in pretty high regard in terms of, you know, it's a winner-take-all game. It's at Madison Square Garden. It's late in the season. It's in March and all that. It just felt like it was, even though it wasn't an NCAA tournament game, it felt like it had all the you know, variables that go into making March what it is for college basketball.
Yeah, it is. Oh, shoot. But I don't know, man. It was kind of like a momentum builder. Like, again, like I said, we kind of struggled the whole first half. Like you said, we was letting them get whatever they want. But, I mean, after that, and especially after Marcus hit the shot, I'm like, all right, now we got momentum going into the tournament as well.
Yeah, it's up there for me for sure. I mean, it's, like I said, it's probably my favorite game / whole week. Watching it again is pretty fun because you remember a lot of certain aspects of the game, but you don't remember everything. But yeah, I remember just in the middle of the game, just like you could tell it was just kind of that, you know, high atmosphere back and forth the whole time. So it was exciting. And then one of my favorite memories is, like, right after the game, I had both of my older brothers that were right there in that student section just because they had to come down at the end. So, like, just everybody celebrating after the game was a lot of fun, obviously, just for a lot of reasons.
championship game in your conference tournament.
Well, fellas, I appreciate you guys taking time out. I know it's a big ask to have to come sit down for 2 hours and be away from your families and everything, but I do appreciate it. And it was fun getting to recall some of the moments that not only went into this game, but the season itself. And I hope you guys all stay safe and everything like that. And when we get back to normal, getting to watch you guys do your thing, Kyrie, Marcus, and TC, obviously, I'll be talking shit when football season gets started and everything, you know.
Hey, run it back. Keeps you running it back.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't have any talent left in Houston, but it's gonna take it easy on me next year. But.
We're running it back. We're bringing most of our team back. It's if we have a season, which hopefully we do.
Yeah.
Mahomes bringing us back. But yeah, no, thanks for having us. This was a lot of fun. Happy to do it.
For sure. Maybe we'll hook up for the Villanova game if we get down that road. Be well, guys. Take it easy.
All right, y'all.
Stay safe.
See you guys.
Yay.